Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now November 16th of 2020, and ever since the very end of episode 9, a lot of fans have been very curious about the future of Star Wars by Disney, Lucasfilm, Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, you name it, and exactly what this new Star Wars universe is going to look like by George, John, and Dave in comparison to the Kathleen Kennedy era of Star Wars. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars is that yes, we do know that they are now currently in a phase of desperation and damage control that they're really trying to take control of and really trying to get out of that actual position in order to really satisfy the Star Wars fans and make Star Wars as successful as possible. Now, we've seen a prime example of this with The Mandalorian Season 2. Things are really starting to shape up. A lot of fans are very happy with what they are seeing, with the introduction of many Clone Wars characters coming into live-action form. Let's not forget that Jon Favreau is behind all of that and knows what he's doing with Star Wars. So, one thing that a lot of fans have been very intrigued about is, of course, what is going on with George Lucas behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm when it comes to the sequel trilogy and all of the changes that are being made to episodes 8 and 9. Now, what's really exciting about this is that in 2023, around that time, we are going to be getting new cuts of episodes 8 and 9. Now, Bob Chapek is said to have started this because he is actually inspired by the Snyder Cut for HBO Max. Now, with that being said, of course, with the sequel trilogy now over, both Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new Star Wars universe, where it's explained that Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are working very close with George Lucas and others. However, it's noted that currently there are major plans to reset the sequel trilogy in many ways in order to regain the lost fans that walked away after episode 9. Now, it's explained that George Lucas is already in the works on restarting the rise of Skywalker in a big way for the fans around the world. Lucas is described to be working on an alternate ending of episode 9 for a brand new 4-hour cut that will be released sometime in 2023 on Disney+. Now, keep in mind, guys, that George Lucas restarting the rise of Skywalker really is going to be quite impactful for the Star Wars universe. This new alternate ending is said to involve the character of Anakin Skywalker as a Force ghost portrayed by Hayden Christensen, as well as other Force ghosts that will be put into the actual scene. So, in case you guys have been out of the loop, Hayden Christensen did in fact do a handful of scenes for episode 9 that were cut by Kathleen Kennedy. And Kathleen Kennedy cutting Hayden out of that actual movie was, I believe, by far the biggest mistake on her part in her career. Hayden being in episode 9 honestly would have really created more viewings upon the audience. It would have created better box office results. I mean, let that sink in for a moment there, is that episode 9's box office results did not even meet The Last Jedi's, and that really does speak volumes. It tells us that a lot of problems, really were all caused by Kathleen Kennedy. Let's not forget about that. So, beyond all of this, alright, not just that, but also George is also working on a big scene that will change the final battle between Palpatine and Rey by finding avenues to insert Ben Solo into the fight in this new cut of episode 9 that will indeed take advantage of the deleted scenes from the film that Kathleen Kennedy got rid of when she initiated the reshoots and rewrites during production. So, by Kathleen Kennedy deleting these actual scenes and not allowing them to be made really does also tell us that she never really cared about the Star Wars fans, and here we have George Lucas trying to throw in Ben Solo into the final fight between Rey and Palpatine. We really should have had an equal battle between an actual Skywalker and a character that just calls herself a Skywalker against Palpatine. And that's exactly what George wants. He wants to balance things out for these characters to give them the proper moments that they deserve. Ben Solo, say what you will, deserved to actually fight Palpatine, the very person that really created the problems within the Skywalker family, right? Moving on. So, with that being said, of course, this is where things begin to really pick up, is that It's explained also that Lucas will be working on inserting many of John Williams' unused music into the new cut of Episode 9 that will indeed focus on new themes that have yet to be heard by the audience. This new cut of the movie is said to have a preview sometime at the very end of 2021 next year. So at the very end of next year, we're going to have a little preview of this new cut of Episode 9 and what it's going to look like on Disney Plus for 2023. Do I think that Bob Chapek is on a roll here? I absolutely do. I think that he knows what he's doing when it comes to Star Wars. I think that he actually likes the Star Wars fans and wants to make things only for the better. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, I think that George, John, and Dave, they're really going to make a difference in this new universe. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of that below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. From night to moon, we hear them moans again.